You got 2 crit fails. So,
I did.
With
yeah,
the
first crit fail.
first weapon, you only get 1 crit fail.
Okay, well, he got the 1 crit fail, so roll it. Yeah, so, you don't hit anything. You fire the weapon, and it knocks you back with the recoil. So you go prone. And the remaining 6 bullets just fly into the air. Have you never handled the big gun before?
Actually, not doing it my first time.
Yeah, it's the first time using a big gun, so the recoil kind of took you by surprise. So probably you didn't brace your feet or anything. You just kind of fired it, thinking it wasn't going to be that bad. Well, it was.
New toy, yes.
Yeah, new
There.
toy. Pretty amusing. All right, so Stokes, the one guy, he's kind of running.
I'm trying this again.
Okay,
I
so
want it.
strength to what?
want
Oh,
that
so you
thing.
just shove him. It's like, all right, move, and it's like as he's distracted, you just shove him out of the seat. So you shove him out of the seat so violently, he like gets the point. It's like, okay, okay, you can drive. Just no, no violence. Just okay. So you shoved him out of the seat, and now you can take the seat.
Yes, I can. I have the wrong tool for that though. So
You have the wrong
there we
tool.
go.
What tools do you need to
I
drive? Your hands?
no, I had the ruler out instead of the
Okay.
select/move.
So you can do to make this thing go double speed. You have to use pilot skill.
I can do more than do double speed. I can also give it an extra 25%. Due to my
Okay.
perk.
Yeah. Plus, so this thing, which could go 11, could go. Let's see, 11. So double that times 1.25. So you could potentially go about 28 meters if you could get both of them. So you got that. You got double. So yeah, so you can move this thing about 28 meters. So you're basically kicking this thing into ramming speed and just ramming into the building.
Hey, that's the plan.
So ramming speed, he has to try and make an agility to not get completely crushed by a heavy moving vehicle. So he does not make it. He gets crushed underneath its treads as you pass by. So you kick the tank into high gear and it crushed whoever and ramps straight through the wall. So do pilot it. Oh, hold on, let me. It's like the tank. Nah, it's a tank. He won't get stuck so easily. So, but you have dislodged a good frontal force into the building. Now, here's the issue: is there's was definitely more inside, and they don't look as tough as like you see a few sergeants, maybe a few. There's a couple recruits in there, but you see that it's like the majority of the heavy fighting force was outside, and what's left is like the chaff, who were hoping that they dealt with the problem before it got in here.
Easy pickings for topside.
Of course, you notice that next to the sergeants, there's somebody in another suit of power armor, but his looks a little more ornate than the rest of them. For one, it's better repaired. Two, it's in the colors of the gunners, and three, he seems to have better weapons. So
Alright.
Stokes, you just ram the vehicle. So you have a chance to try and wait. Was there anything else you could do with that?
Well, was there anything else I could do with that? I could.
How much AP do you have left? I mean, you used 4 to. Well, you used a strength to push him aside, and then you
Yeah, that's
drove in here.
which is what I think I might have like.
I think you have
2
one
left
more
or
action
something.
in you before you run out.
2 left or something. 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 2 left Maybe shout to topside. Hey, Top Gun, aim for the guy in power armor, please.
Okay, so letting him know that there's a target in power armor with a big gun, surrounded by sergeants. So Top Gun, what do you think?
Thinking, what's his AC?
Say what?
What's his AC?
What's his AC? Good question. This son of a bitch's AC is 33.
I'll start with the cannon.
Okay, so just lead up. It's like, forget it. Might as well just use all the shells.
Yeah, maybe we've got 3 left.
Use all shells. Use all shells.
It's weird. I can actually shoot the cannon faster than I can shoot the machine gun.
Yeah, because there's only like one modifier.
You said it was 33?
Yeah, minus 33. So you miss, and it flies 5 to the east, that's a heavy miss. So that goes like right over there. You didn't even fully turn the turret around before you fired. Such was your eagerness to fire upon him. So
takes 6 concussion.
yeah, he'll take 6 concussion. Roll the d6. He'll take the full 6 concussion. Concussion damage you can't really resist unless. Wait, that's physical armor. Never mind. So he's a sergeant, but how much physical armor does he have? So 3, and then reduce the last. So he'll take at least 2 of that. Then he's got a roll endurance to knock it blown over. Which he falls and hits the guy next to him. Like he basically gets blown into the guy with power armor. And now he has to roll an endurance besides because he's getting slapped by somebody else. So, and he just like as he sees the guy, he just kind of puts a hand up and just shoves him away from him as he's flying towards him. Well, he's armed with he's armed with a machine gun, and you can tell that this is not a typical machine gun. This is like an anti-tank machine gun.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll shoot him with the cannon again.
How many shots do you have?
We shot 3 shells so far, so we have 2 left.
Yeah, but didn't you already shoot a shell?
It only costs me 3 AP per shell.
Oh, does it? Okay, well.
Yeah, super weird.
Okay, so you fire again. Is that also with minus 33?
Yes.
Okay, so even with that, so you shoot him again. This one hits dead center. So you're basically exploding everything in this area. You shove him away. He shoves him away, but then the turret fully turns, and then you fire another shell right at him. So he's got a pretty decent threshold, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
If it is, I can actually shoot him another time.
Okay, so he only takes 34, but his armor will take most of the damage. As for his allies, which I don't think will survive, that guy survived one explosion just to get caught in another explosion. So hold up, I'm getting there. So they have 125. All the other small dudes die. Like they get caught in the first explosion and they explode and they get turned into mist. Let's see. You could salvage their armor pieces if you wanted to. The weapons though are probably fucked from the explosion, especially since there's going to be 2 of them. So second shell hits 92, let's see. So he takes a 26. This guy is still standing. He got shot with 2 tank shells, and he is still standing. 2 direct impacts from tank shells, and he is still going. So that's I don't know. That seems pretty bad. So he does something pretty clever. He, instead of using a gun, he pulls something from his belt and he throws it. So let's see. Do I have a sound?
Nice.
So do I have a sound for this? I think I do. So it blows, and then it does a 9x9 cloud of smoke. That's a pretty big cloud. Which is 4 out from the center of the tank. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9x9 is about that, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it pretty much it puts the tank in a blinding cloud.
Full speed ahead.
For 10 rounds. So I mean, you're just gonna have to floor it.
Hey, it's what I do.
So hold up, let me. It's like, and you immediately hear him saying, "It's like all units fall back to." It's like fall back to main encampment. It's like now, damn it. So he's gonna try and haul. Let's see. He's got 6 AP, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't know where he's. I mean, like he's gonna leap cover, and you're probably not gonna have visual sight of him when you see him again. All the recruits, they're gonna follow suit. They're not going to engage because this is not something they can win against. 5, 6, 7. So they're gonna haul out that way. They're trying to run through the power facility and get out of cover. Like this area is a decent amount of cover, but still.
Is this like a separate building, or what's going on with that?
It's still part of the same building. They're trying to haul through the complex, so maybe with all the machinery and obstacles, you'd slow you down. So like this thing is a solid piece of metal, so you have to that they're leaping over. I say, Harley, you should be. Do you have no shells? Did you use them all?
Yep.
Yeah, so you used all the shells against this guy, and apparently he survived all those explosions. Harley, I think you should be up by now. I don't know what round that is. Let's just assume you're up by now. Lost count.
I've lost count.
Yeah, okay, so you're up by now. Let's just say you are. So you wake up, the tank's gone. Kenny, I guess, is still outside.
Prone.
Wait, who's prone? You're prone?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
Then
prone
I fell
outside.
over.
Okay, so Harley, I mean, do a perception. Do you get how's your senses? Are you still in concussion from getting swatted with a huge bullet? Yeah, you're a little dizzy. You can kind of get your bearings. Like you definitely know there was some sort of explosion right here because it's a crater. But I mean, you're a little dizzy. Yeah, so that dude's armor ate 2 tank shells and he's still going.
The fuck.
Yeah, he's pretty badass. Like you don't know what's been going on while you were knocked out.
That's power armor for you.
Yeah, it's power armor for you. You can survive tank shells. Okay, so I mean, what do you do now? It's just no one seems to be around you, and all that seems to be around. Like you definitely know which way the tank went, seeing the crawler treads and the smoke screen and the hole in the building.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a bit of time to to basically walk straight again.
Okay, roll endurance. Like how's your can you walk straight right now? Like so you try to get up, and you try to walk somewhat straight. So you're walking a little bit wobbly.
Which I'm gonna take time to get back to
Yeah.
normal.
Okay,
before
so roll another endurance. It's like, will you do it within this round? So you're wobbling about. No, so probably next round you'll not be wobbling. It'll take you some time because you got shot where exactly? roll a d5. No, it's a d6. Where did you get shot that caused this? So you got shot in the right shoulder, and that spun you around. Not, and plus, that's right near the heart, so you kind of got winded as well. So a bunch of things happening at once.
Frick, right shoulder is not near the heart whatsoever.
Okay, so
I mean, in the right form for him.
okay. Well, anyway,
It's probably from me hitting the ground because of
yeah.
that.
Then the hitting the ground part. Yeah, my right, your left. What the hell was that? It's like who's breaking stuff?
Lipman Ross.
Eh. Let's go with Lynn now then. So he can't really see now. The tank's being completely obscured by a smoke screen.
I fire blindly into the smoke.
Okay, so with that you get a minus 40 because it's flying. It's basically firing blind. So, well, still got a pretty good accuracy count. Are you aiming for the guy, whoever, who's running, the guy in the power armor?
Yeah.
One of those is a crit fail. So, oh,
Yeah,
your
it's
weapon
just-
jams. You only get one bullet off before the machine gun basically jams, and you have to unjam it. Along with all the ammo is now useless.
Bummer.
So
Any
you
builds for me
hit
after
a
this?
maximum damage bullet though. So he takes a. I think his armor can absorb that though. Nope, he's got to take a. Let's see. So he takes 7 damage, but you definitely hear a ricochet from one of those bullets. I mean, then it jams. Wow, you got a 1. I've never seen that. So it makes an audible whirring sound as the ammo basically doesn't load into the gun. So, and then Tankman's like, you didn't give it time to cool down. You've overheated the gun.
Oops.
Okay, so Kenny, your commander doesn't look like she can stand very straight.
Up first.
Who's up first? I don't know. Are you?
Only move 3 meters. Ah.
Yeah, you can only move 3 meters. So maybe like towards your friend.
I can only do that.
Okay. Do what? I mean, besides just the movement,
I can only do that.
you can only do that. Okay, so Stokes, kind of blind, and the gun apparently got jammed.
Great.
You definitely could hear it within a tight confined space of an armored vehicle.
Well, goddamn. Looks like doing things blind is going to be pretty good. So let's just charge blindly.
Yeah, I mean, you could just drive straight and maybe go through the smoke.
That was kind of the plan. Drive forward a couple meters and see where the hell we're at.
So you're taking it slow. You're going to just drive forward and see if you can get out of the smoke.
Yes.
Okay.
At least
So
try and get
you
the
said
gun
4 meters, right?
4 meters?
I don't know. How far are you just going to put pedal to the metal and go maximum distance, or are you just going to slowly inch out?
Oh, hell yeah, maximum distance. Come on.
Okay, so roll piloting then. So piloting, and then that's like 28. So you're going to drive straight ahead at 28 as fast as possible, probably running into that guy who has to roll an agility to not get run over. Does he really deserve this? I don't know. We don't know his sins. But you're still running him over regardless. He's not gonna make. He's gonna get killed.
Crouched on the treads. Great.
Yeah. So I mean, the roar of a tank engine, and the next thing you know, he's getting just purely run over. Okay, so problem is you're running towards what looks like a solid wall at this point, so you have to do another piloting skill. This is a -40 because it's a high-speed maneuver.
-40, you said?
Yeah, it's because it's a high-speed
Alright.
maneuver. You have to try and turn the tank. You have to stop and turn the tank. Even with that,
Nope. That's
nope, you
not
wouldn't
gonna
make it.
do
Yeah, so you ram straight into the wall. So let's see. You have to. That's considered a crash. So hold on, let's see. That dude's dead because you ran him the hell over. He's now pulp. Let's see. I have a section on crashing. I will find it and read it. Let's see. Da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Crashing damage. For every 10 kilometers per hour, each character inside must roll a d10. Hey, Jesus. Okay, so each of you just has to roll, because you were moving about 20 something kilometers per hour.
So that'd be.
That's a 2d10. You have to roll 2d10 worth of damage. So you take 10 damage.
Is this
Lynn, you take
normal
8 damage. Say
or-
what? This is considered normal damage. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me go back to that. This is considered. So the vehicle. This is considered. This is like the anvil. This is just the damage that goes through defenses. So it's straight damage. Okay, along with the vehicle gets damaged as well, split evenly across its components. So the systems you just messed up are you just damage the body further, you damage the engine, the control, and drive system a little bit more. But because the damage was so minuscule, down to 10 and 8, which 18, let's say, divided by 4. Yeah, your stuff can still drive. It's a little banged up, but this thing can still drive. So nice crash. So Lynn, you take 8 damage, and what about our friendly? He takes a lot of damage. With only 30 health, that's actually very dangerous. So he's down to half his health, or lower, so that's not good. So he wasn't really in a good position when that crash happened.
He's not wearing his seatbelt. That's
No,
the
he did.
problem.
There is no seatbelts except for maybe the driver
Well, grab a
and the
seatbelt.
passenger. Like he learns definitely. Maybe I should be riding in the passenger hold, and he like seatbelts himself back there. Okay, so oops, that's not the right one. Now the problem is the turret is wedged. Like it is. Let's see. You have to move a little bit more so it makes more sense. The turret is wedged, and you can't really turn it too well. So what do you do about that? Can't drive it backwards because currently the tank already did its drive. So we're on Lynn right now. It's like your turrets kind of can't turn backwards.
I'm unjamming the gun.
So you're unjamming the MG3.
Yep.
Okay, so you do that. What else? I mean, is there anything else you could do?
No, it takes a full turn.
Okay, so you have the gunner commander, the guy in the big ass power armor. So he's got you at an exposed rear position. Let's see, what can he do in this situation? So many choices. Let's see, how far is that? 5? Hell yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna run up right behind it. He's gonna bash the back of your vehicle with one of these. Oh, hold on, I didn't do that right. Okay, so let's see. In order for him to hit a component, that's a minus 20 and a plus 20. So this is a targeted shot to your ass, which is a crit. So going straight through your armor for 26 damage. Say what?
He's 15 luck.
No, he gets a plus 20 because he's doing a targeted shot. He's trying to rip out your drivetrain.
It's showing as the roll is 15. How is it a crit?
Yeah, and he can, since he got a target on the luck, well, basically needs more luck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get more luck because you get like a plus bonus when you do a targeted shot.
I see. I've never done those.
You don't do targeted shots. Okay, so he is, let's see, because you took about how much damage? Like 4.5, I think it was? Yeah, that's enough. He basically tears out your drive system. Like, he damages your tracks enough where now you're like, he just tears both tracks at the back parts. So now if you try to drive with busted tracks, your tank can't move. So in one move, he's immobilized your tank. So, and with the turret damage, like, obviously the other gunners are going to take advantage of this. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they can't really do anything. But you guys can see outside, like, there's a top hatch that does a 360, like a full 360 view. You can definitely see they're starting to surround your tank. They're going to try to get in. What good that'll do them, but... Okay, so Harley... see why Tankman didn't want to drive his tank too close to the enemy? Dude just tore your tracks off with his power fist.
Can I run straight?
Say what?
Can I walk straight again?
Yeah, you already solved that last round, so this round you can
Right.
walk straight now. Now that your head is clear,
I'm gonna try
to agility that.
my way over. Which I don't, so...
Nope. You don't think you can run? I mean, like you're kind of stumbling still. It's like, all right, I took a shot and spun around and hit the ground, so I need a little bit of I need a bit more time. All right, so back to Lynn. Lynn, the tank. You don't really know what's going on. I mean, you kind of saw what happened. He punched the tracks, but you don't know if that means that it's disabled or not.
I'll pop out the hatch.
Okay,
Pop it
so
open anyway. How much armor does this guy have again?
like you see that all the gunners, they have all their guns drawn, and like he has his gun drawn too. He has a heavy machine gun. So I take it you're coming out to fire.
Oh yeah.
So you're not gonna stop. Let's see, tank got moved a little bit. Okay, so they're all raising their guns. Let's see the reaction time. So he's got his gun drawn. Does he have enough? Nope, he's not going to be able to get out of the way. You're probably just going to beat him with whatever weapon you have.
What was his armor value?
33. So crit fail. Hit the next target. So your gun sweeps towards that. Like you're basically sweeping it. Like you hit this guy, and you hit this guy with 3 bullets, and then the next guy you hit with the other 4 bullets. So you, and then I guess you quickly pop back into the hatch if I had to guess.
Oh, I can shoot one more time.
It's actually
So,
pretty dramatic. It's like you pop up, you shoot this guy 3 times, and you pop up and hit this guy 4 times.
I have enough AP for one more shot on the.
Okay, that's 36 because it's 3 bullets. So he takes 18 damage. Still standing. And then the other guy, he does not, I think, have any sort of resistance. Yeah, 94 damage, he's not going to live. That guy is just pelted with... he takes high caliber rounds to the chest and he's already going down. Then you pop up again and you hit the other guy again. Let's see, that's 12 times 9. My math ain't good. Oh, he might be able to do it. Nope, not enough. His armor can only take so much damage, so he takes enough high caliber rounds. A few of them ricochet off, but then a few penetrate his inner organs, and then he's going down. How much more ammo do you have of those guns? Are you like taking the machine gun ammo off of the tank and using it?
Yeah, I did that earlier before we even started the fight.
Yep,
Took one
awesome.
belt off.
So that guy goes down, and you hear like a shout from one of the recruits, "The commander is down!" So, what do they do, though? Is the question.
Flee out the door.
I don't know.
know.
Let's see their intelligence. So, they pretty much just down arms and surrender. Like you see, it's like that. It's like, all right, we give up. Just don't kill any more people. All right. So, and you see that in general, they're all putting their weapons down and they're kind of unarming themselves. So, and that's as this smoke's gonna be there for like 10 rounds. So I guess you guys travel through the smoke screen.
Yeah.
So roll intelligence. Like you both pop out of the smoke screen. And you see these guys they're unarming themselves. So, I mean, you obviously see they're surrendering. Kenny, what do you believe, intelligence-wise? No mercy, no respite. So you're going to charge at him?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim at them, but I'm gonna...
Okay, so you have an M60 and you're aimed at them.
I would stop him.
Well, he's got a big gun he's aimed at him. Obviously, that intimidates the hell out of them. Like, whatever fear they felt before is felt doubly more now, seeing a massive super mutant with an M60 aimed right at them.
It's more about don't try anything.
Okay. So some of them, and it's men and women, some of them are shaking. I mean, like, obviously they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Now it's like, it's too late now. They already dropped their weapons. If they try anything, there's a big gun drawn on them. So Tankman Jeff, he pops out the back, and he immediately identifies the problem. It's like, shit. The tracks have been torn. It's like, see, this is why I have extra links in the side pouches. So he pops open the armored side pouches and starts pulling out extra tracks. Like, can you guys help me with this?
Sure.
So that's a strength challenge.
Right.
This shit is heavy. I mean, like, the fact that he's even doing this on his own is like, wow, that's miraculous.
Yes.
So Kenny just kind of just picks it up like it's nothing. Do you still have the gun drawn on the recruits, or?
One hand, he picks up giant tank tracks, the other holding him.
Yep,
MC.
holding a big gun aimed at them.
But with a one, I think I can.
It's like, and Stokes is the same way. Like, Stokes, you're picking up the tracks as well, but you have to use both hands.
Yeah, well, it's the least I could do for
So
basically wrecking his base.
Yeah, so you wrecked his tank. Well, correction, the guy in the power armor wrecked his tank, but you kind of drove it into that position.
Yeah, but I was doing what I was supposed to do. So
I don't know if running into them was supposed to be a good idea, but all right.
kill gunners. That was the job.
Okay, so let's see. So in terms of repair, Jeff is gonna take a while. It's like he's what is this repair estimate? It's gonna take him at least like 5 hours for him to get the treads fully back on and ready for this thing to roll, and that means you're sitting ducks in this factory. It's like, well, so much for the assault. I mean, tank's fucked. Can't drive it. You guys are gonna have to just go on without it. I mean, I'll fix it as much as I can, but it's not going anywhere.
Is the power armor itself still usable?
That is a good question. Yeah, I mean, like you did most of the damage was to the chest plate, and a lot of it was tank shell detonations. But the tank shells kind of just dented the plates. You'd have to get an armorer to fix it further, but it seems usable again. You just have to salvage the pieces.
I'm gonna salvage.
Okay, so Harley's immediately thinking, I want that. So this is hardened power armor. This is not standard power armor.
Better.
This is not even the best type of power armor. This is just one grade above. So, but again, you'll have to find an armor smith or someone who can fix power armor. Probably Noah. Noah's the one knows power armor. Okay, so tank screwed, not movable. These, what are you gonna do with these guys? I mean, they kind of surrendered.
What weapons do they have?
Drop your weapons.
They already did. The weapons are on the ground. There's like pistols, there's Beretta pistols, M19 rifles, and then combat knives. That's all they have.
Take all of that and put it in the tank.
Okay, so you're gathering up like 7 rifles, pistols, and knives and putting it in the tank.
What kind of rifles are it?
The M19, not the best rifle, but it's usable. It's a gun, kills people.
Speaking of guns, what gun did this guy have again?
He has an M2HB, which shoots 50 caliber bullets.
Dang.
He didn't really use it because he seemed to prefer his close range fists.
That's a 25 shot burst.
Yep, it's a big burst.
Holy
It's a lot
shit.
of bullets. You're lucky he didn't fire it. He's too busy taking tank shells to the face.
Other than me, actually.
Well. That's one hell of a weapon.
Yep.
Thing weighs
so-
60 pounds.
Yeah, it's a
Holy
pretty heavy
shit.
gun.
Sheesh.
The other weapons that survived is he has dual power fists. Like he has one on each fist. Let's see. Did any of his grenade equipment survive? Any of the explosion? So the answer is no. All of his grenades probably cooked off. So the one smoke he threw was all he has. So the rest have been smashed. And besides that, that's all he had besides his armor. So Jeff is kind of like, why are you putting this into the tank? We can't exactly move the tank. And it's like, and again, what are we gonna do with them? I mean, we can't. What's the plan there? So you're taking the bunch of junk from outside.
Yeah.
So what do you plan to do with these guys? I mean, they surrendered. They don't have any weapons.
We're basically just locking the guns inside.
Yeah. So you've taken their weapons away and they're locked inside. So they're unarmed completely except for their fists, which they probably can't beat you with because you have guns and they don't. So I mean, I'll just flip a coin. Do they? It's like these guys who just surrendered. What do you do with them? Do you kill them? Do you keep them?
I'm gonna ask them some questions.
Great. Okay, so and they're kind of looking at each other like what's going on here? Like,
Alright, you're gonna tell me exactly what we are up against, or I'm giving you to the big guy.
okay, so it's like we don't really know. I mean, the most we know is about this guard post and what you've already dealt with the commander. It's like we're just recruits. We don't know anything. I mean, they have a good deal of heavy soldiers and sergeants, but the only details we know are this garrison, and we seem to be all that's left.
Alright then. Where did you guys store everything that you don't have on you?
It's like that was it. We didn't have. There's no storage here. This is just an outpost. It's like that we're close enough to the main compound where we can just go back to our armory at the main compound, but we obviously weren't allowed in that area.
Hmm.
It's like, look, I'd like to help, but I know I'm just we're just recruits. We don't really know much. We've just been inducted.
Like, at this point, I just turn around and ask the rest of the group what we're gonna do.
Okay, so again, it's like Jeff. It's like, okay, we're back to the original question. What do we do with these guys? Do we tie them up or something, or do we cut them loose in the wasteland? Kenny, what was your suggestion?
Tie them up, but we probably just forget about them.
Tie them up and forget about them. Okay, any other ideas? Or is that the one we're going with?
Actually, at this point, I turn around to ask one more question. Like, did you guys hear anything about the Super Mutant attack?
It's like, no, we done. There was.
This one?
That's like we didn't hear anything about it. The only attack we know of is the one you just did.
Hmm.
Not here yet.
Say what?
The mutants are not here yet. No, this is the wrong one.
Remember, the laser gad you have to get really well repaired because that one malfunctioned
Unusable.
and unusable. So
Basically, use a scrap.
yeah, basically it's scrap now. So
Shit, I forgot about that.
yeah, remember, broken beyond repair. So
You can use those spare parts for.
it's like, look, we're just gonna walk out that hole you put in the wall, and you're never gonna see us again. All right? That'll be it. It's like, so I don't know. Do you agree with that? It's like they're just gonna walk out the hole without weapons, and you're never gonna see them again, and that'll be it.
They're gonna grab their pistols and give them back the pistols
Okay,
The
so
knives. The knives, goddamn.
and the knives. Pistols and the knives.
okay, so they start re-equipping their pistols and knives, and they're kind of like looking to Harley. It's like, do you agree with that? Do you want? Is that what we're doing? Are we just leaving?
Still aiming.
because they are still looking at me, I'm just like, go before we change our minds.
Okay, so yeah, quickly as one, they start like plotting out of the hole in the wall. So, and they disappear from sight. What about the? Didn't you like totally mess up the other power armor too?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
So
I mean, we shot him with the tank a couple of times.
yeah, I mean you've used all the tank shells. You probably are going to take all the MG ammo. You totally you incapacitated the tank. The only thing you didn't do is burn out the fuel.
I'm gonna drag this guy over.
Which guy?
Other power armor guy.
You're dragging his corpse all that way. It's like, alright, sounds like a plan.